Well, welcome back to the channel, Nail Babes and Nail Friends, where I am Miss NailStruggles herself, where I try to eliminate your nail struggles by trying all the nail things so you don't have to. Nevertheless, this is going to be really simple and easy. Well, not simple and easy because I'm going to actually do some nail art for you today. So yay on that. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not subscribed, I need you to go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You're going to hear all our banter and everything else. I've got so many videos planned and coming for you all. Now that I am no longer sick, which was a long story in itself, but anywho, I am back well to get back to these nails, because as you see, my nails are trash right now. But nevertheless, people, guess what we are about to do? So we are about to dive right into the video. All right, my beautiful nail babes, I got this lovely box of polish from Nail Addict, and let me tell you, it's always a beautiful, blessed thing when somebody just wants to give you something to be able to showcase, and it does help me here on my channel. So I want to say thank you to the wonderful people all over at Nail Addict LA, and you can also find them on Instagram. I'll try to link them down in the description box. You can find me over there too, because sometimes I post stuff over there that does not make it here on the channel. But we are going to go through, and I'm going to show you all these polishes. Going to demonstrate a couple things and show you some different color Frenchies and that you might want to go ahead and use these polishes for, to give you some ideas to spaz your nails up, because I am about to do mine after I do this video. So let's go ahead and show this beautiful bean footage of polish, shall we? Alrighty. The first polish that I ended up getting was this polish, and it is called Sandman. And I have made my little swatch sticks because, you know, gotta get stuff out. And this is just one of those beautiful nudes. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the nude that before I started to just get really rambunctious with a lot of my nail colors, that type of nude that I would wear all the time when I couldn't think of anything else, when I used to go get my nails and that done all the time. But the best way to explain it is that it is just this very beautiful nude that has tones, a little bit of tone of brown, but a hint of pink to it. That is just the ever perfect nude color. Okay, so that's that one. So that is Sandman. All right, let's move on to the second polish, which is another nude, and it is called In the Woods, which is from one of their newer collections that they have right now. And I just thought it was just so beautiful that it is just this beautiful deep, it has, you know, a hint of gray to this brown with a little bit of smidge of purple, and it may or may not be coming up totally in the camera, but hopefully you are able to see it. And the one thing I do love about Nail Addict is that the polish colors do come on the top of the cap to be able to help you see the color in that's in the bottle. It's usually, of course, I love when it's already done and I don't have to do it, but here's your swatch for In the Woods. All right, moving right along. I will be honest with you, you have seen other Nail Addict polishes on my channel, but this was the color that I literally were drooling over, and it is called Sea Swing and Sun. Now the thing about this color, I'm gonna show it to you because I need to demonstrate it to you so that you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Is that the thing that I like about this color versus the other colors is that you can build up the opacity. Okay, so I'm just grabbing a swatch stick, making this easy for you. But usually I tend to turn my bottles upside down. I like to roll them in my hand a little bit, depending on, you know, the opacity of the polish and that, because gel polish can be a little bit difficult to like stir, so to say. So I'm gonna show you that sometimes I use these little resin tools. You can find them off AliExpress, Amazon, eBay, and they're also in the resin crafting section at Joann's. And of course, can't beat Joann's. Sometimes I have those 50 and 60% off coupons that you can get them for little or no money. But this color right here, like if you, I'm gonna pull it closer because you need to see this beautiful bean footage here. The thing that I love about this color is that you can build the opacity of it. Like, you can make it a really sheer type of nude color, because as you see, I'm on a clear swatch stick, and this is just what one coat looks like. Okay, it's pretty sheer. But the thing that I love about that is that sometimes if you have people and they just want that sheer nude or just that very hint of color, even for a natural nail, Sea Swing and Sun is definitely that color. But I'm going to show you my swatch stick for Sea Swing and Sun. And for this swatch stick, I actually have 3 coats of color of Sea Swing and Sun. So I just wanted to show you just the beautiful opacity that you can build up to with this color, especially if you were looking for just a hint of nude, because there are times when I've been in a salon and people don't want a whole lot of color, but they want something on their nails. And I'm telling you, Sea Swing and Sun is definitely that color. This is the next color called Kiss Me Now. So if you were looking for that silver holographic polish, if you were looking to use it as full coat coverage here, or you were using it for accent, or what I call this, the party nail, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm gonna do some demonstrations and I'm gonna show you some stuff about how these polishes are best used, but I just want to show you all everything that I did get. Okay, alrighty, the next color that I have here is called Sun Is Back. Oh my god, so if you were looking for that pure gold, okay, the gold that you can use for accent, the gold that you can use for, as you see, whole nails, this is that color, and it is called Sun Is Back. This thing is just so beautiful because you can just use it to accent nails. You can make it all by itself. You can use it for dots on things. The perfect color. Okay, so definitely probably want to add that to your collection, because you can never go wrong, especially with these 2 colors here, having a silver holographic and gold, to be able to use them for accent colors in your collection. Especially if you're just building and trying to figure out what you want to buy and what you want to get. If you don't know, always start with the primaries, because I do have some other colors. You want to start with your white. You definitely want to start with your black. You want to make sure you get red, blue, yellow. You want to get some nudes, a few reds, some pinks, and that will literally hold you over, as well as a gold and silver. If you don't have a whole lot of money, if you don't have a big budget for buying polishes, and because you want to buy good brands. It does not help to buy super cheap brands. I mean, when I first started, I started like everybody else. I went to eBay. This is before the pandemic. I used to do the auctions on eBay, and I used to get polishes for as cheap as a dime, which I don't know how they were making any money off of those things, but I did used to buy those. And what I quickly found was they do not hold up well on clients. They did well for me practicing with them. They did well for me playing around with them, but for trying to make some money from them and to make sure they stay on people, honey. But these Nail Addict polishes, they actually do stay on. This is not the color that I have on. I have on another color, and I was playing around and picked my fingers and all this other stuff. The things that you do when you're bored, bored panda. But anywho, this next color is called Nail Addict, and it is electric red. So hopefully you can see that. And the best way for me to explain this to me looks like a neon red color, okay? Because even when you put it in the lamp, it turns like fluorescent up under the lamp, and it is just a very beautiful color. You do need, this has pretty good opacity. I'm gonna show you. Let's go ahead and get a swatch stick so that you all can see, because I know you like swatch. As we see, it has pretty good opacity, really on the first pass. Like, I like to, like these long swatch sticks and stuff, I'll load the polish up and take off, whatever it is that I don't need. If I were polishing some natural nails, and then I definitely would thin out the coat oil, put a little less on there, because you don't need as much polish, especially for your natural nails in that. But as you see, look at that, just pretty much one pass, okay, and you get that beautiful opacity of the color. So there is your color, electric red. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm gonna line these up for you, and then I am going to paint off a couple colors here, and then I am going to show you all some things that you can do when you get colors like this, just to show you a little design in that you can use whenever you are trying to come up with something different on your fingers, and you're like, I don't know what to put on my nails, I don't know what to put on them, I don't know what to put on them, I don't know what to put on them. So I'm going to walk through a couple of demonstrations for you here. So let me go ahead. You see that beautiful bean footage? So those are the colors I got. So from left to right, Sea Swing and Sun. Then you have Sandman, In the Woods, Kiss Me Now, which is a silver holographic, and this gold, which is called Sun Is Back. And to me, which more reminds me very much of a neon red, is electric red. Okay, so beautiful colors, beautiful colors. But I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use these polishes to kind of get a more detailed design to be able to help you in your your nail journey, or at least for today, trying to figure out what you're gonna put on your nails. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you some different Frenches and how you can use these polishes. So this is the color Sandman, which I told you is just this very beautiful nude that I love. And I'm going to polish that on to some of the nails. And then I'm going to show you what you can do. Because sometimes, anything like me, sometimes you get analysis paralysis. Be like, I got all this stuff. What the heck am I going to do on my nails today? And that can be a pain in the rump bone, because you're just like, look here, I just want to do my nails. Like, that's it, I just want to do my nails. So when I'm putting down a base of this Sandman, which is, very beautiful color, very beautiful nude. And I'm going to use my trusty nail lamp, my trusty handheld Asperta lamp here. And these pretty much cure polishes on the nail in about 10 seconds. So if you don't have one of these, or if you want to grab those cheap ones from Amazon, you can. I just like this better because to me it definitely cures the polishes in about 10 seconds. So there we go. See, all done. No fingerprints in there. All right, so I'm gonna get my trusty palette here because we got some colors, and I have a couple of nail art brushes, and I'm using, for your viewing pleasure today, I am using the Wistonia nail brushes. I actually got these, and this is the long one. They come in a 3-pack. I think I paid $13.99 for them off of Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to load up my brush. And one thing that you don't want to have, and I'm going to show you if I can get it on here, because I kind of got this, but sometimes it's hard to. Okay, but do you see how the end of this brush has that little ball of polish? You don't want to start your Frenches with that little ball of polish. If you do, you risk having the line too thick in the one area where you start the French, and so then you're struggling to try to keep up with trying to get the line thickness the same. So I like to load up my brush, but I like that the end part of it is pretty thin, where that ball of polish is not on there. And so what I am going to do is go ahead and I start from the middle and pull all the way to the side, and then I kind of look at where it ended and then kind of match up from the other side where it ended, and just kind of pull into a circle. So that's pretty much how I start my Frenches. And so once I have gotten the outline of the French for this one, the base of this is Sandman, and what I'm using for the French is In the Woods. Okay, and so once you kind of make your outline with your French, let me put that down so I can get this open. What you want to end up doing is once you kind of got the outline of your French, you can go ahead and just kind of paint in the rest, making sure you're careful not to pretty much go over that line. So we're going to go ahead and paint that all in, because nobody wants to sit here with a thin liner trying to paint in a French. And of course I went in over a little bit, and it's cool. I'm going to just go ahead and clean it up with my liner brush, or just kind of extend my Frenchie. All right, so we have our Frenchie, and all we're gonna do is just kind of clean up the line that we messed up on, and it's no big deal. You would just pull it, it'll just look more like a deeper French. That's all, people, just a deeper French. Okay, all right, and kind of once we got that going, as we see, got it pretty good right there. Okay, just trying to fix the line. Okay, and then to go over it again, all you want to do is make sure that you are filling it in so that the Frenches are all covered and we don't have any shadowing on our French. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure that while we go to the next example. Okay, for this next one, I just showed you all how I used electric red, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use a matte top coat. Unfortunately, I don't have a matte top coat from Nail Addict, but you can kind of use, whatever matte top coat works for you. Now, you need to know that matte top coat is very light reactive. Like, even if you are using, like right now, you can see chunks coming up on my nail. Matte top coat will do that almost pretty much based on any brand because as soon as light touches it, it just pretty much starts to cure on contact. So you have to be very careful not to leave your polishes out, and you need to make sure that you work fast. So all right, so we've got that matted, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that in the cooker for about 60 seconds, and then we are going to paint on a black French, because I want y'all to see that Frenchies don't always have to necessarily be your straight white polish and everything else. Like, we've seen all kind of things, especially if you're on Instagram as much as I am, that has all kind of Frenchies that, you know, have crocodile print, and they have tortoise shell print, and they are neon and electric. They have lines, they have dots, they have swirls, they have all kind of beautiful things in that. So, you know, be adventurous, go out here and you know, try some things. You'd be surprised what you find. All right, so this is just my gel cleaner. I am going to clean off my brush, and my gel cleaner is just literally 50%, 91% alcohol and 50% acetone. And this is literally what I do to clean my brushes off. That's it. And so then my brush is ready to go again. All right, so now that we have that, we are going to go ahead, and I want to show you that I have matted out this entire nail. You do not always have to have shiny Frenches. You don't need to have shiny Frenches, no. And you don't also always have to have white. Okay, so we are actually going to paint on a black French on top of our, what I consider, neon red. So I'm just loading my brush up with that black polish. I do have Nail Addict's Black Addict, which is an excellent black polish. If you don't know, black, you have to make sure you cure that sucker well. Because if you don't, ma'am or sir, it's either going to peel on you, or else it's going to feel like it is never going to dry inside the lamp. Okay, so here we go. We got another French pretty much painted on, and I just pretty much like to start from the end and just kind of pull my brush along. All right, so now that I got the base outline of my French, I'm going to take my Black Addict here. I feel so fancy opening it with one hand, and I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to paint the tip of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in there deep. And as you can see, the Black Addict really does cover in one coat in that as well. So if you were looking for a good black polish, here's a good one. You know, I do love the ones from, you know, a couple of other companies that have been showcased here on my channel. But if you're not a potted person, or you may or may not be a potted person, you know, there are other options. And the one thing that I do like about this Black Addict polish, it is soak off. So I'm able to more so use it. I like the performance of it better on natural nail, on the natural nail. So there we go. We have our black Frenchie over our electric red polish, and as you see, the bottom of this is this beautiful matted red, and the top of this is your beautiful black. So we're going to go ahead and cure that. I'm going to show you how you can outline your Frenchies, and I'm about to use Sun is Back, and let's just put a little bit of that on our palette. Yes, these are these nice little palettes you can get for like $4 or $5 off of Amazon or AliExpress, wherever you decide to shop, you know. And so all I'm going to do is that I'm going to just take this, load up my brush, and I'm going to do what I did before, start from the middle and kind of pull to the side, because all I want to do is that I definitely just want to, you know, spruce up said nail. And all I'm going to do now is, got too much of a little ball on there, is go ahead and outline said Frenchie with the Sun is Back. And as you see, it is this beautiful, beautiful, shiny metallic gold color. And, you know, this is just a way for you to spruce up things if you want to get something different, or maybe if your line isn't completely perfect, you know, then you can use, you know, stuff like your golds and your silver to kind of, you know, hide that line, baby. Hide that line. I tell you, hide that line. Okay, so let's see, just making sure we got that in there good. I'm just kind of going through with stuff on the fly here, because I don't always plan exactly what I'm going to do. I kind of just get inspired to be like, okay, well, what are we going to do? Let me look and see what I have. Okay, there we go. All right, so there we have a very beautiful, beautiful Frenchie that is outlined, as you see, with that beautiful sun is back. And I'm telling you right now, you add some rhinestones, like maybe dips of rhinestones through here, and you really gonna have a set it off nail. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that cure, and then we're gonna go and I'm gonna show you another Frenchie, but I'm gonna just do with white polish so that you all can get a good example of doing a Frenchie and having a party nail, because maybe you do have, you know, straight pink and white Frenchies and you need, you know, that you need a little oomph to the oomph, or you just want something that's a little different than what everybody else has. So here sun is back, and as you see, it kind of goes on a little sheer. You can definitely use this as what I do like is that you can use this color as a topper over, you know, another color if need be, but I'm kind of going in because I'm gonna thicken it up, because we're gonna go ahead and make sure that I get good opacity. You do need to go through and give it, I say this color needs about a good 2 or 3. I'm gonna go ahead and use my little light here and cure it, but you need about a good 2 coats of this sun is back in order to make sure that you get really good opacity on the color. Okay, so that's 1 coat, and we're going to go ahead and give this here our 2nd coat. All right, okay, so there we go. Pretty much got the opacity of where I want it to be at right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cure that. I'm going to cure that using our nice little lamp here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just gotta count to 10. Sorry people, that's just how long this here takes. It takes about good at 10 seconds, but I like that instead of me having to completely sit it out for 60 seconds in the lamp. All right, so there we go. So now we got sun is back. I'm going to use some white polish, but oops, gotta clean off my brush first. Okay, just cleaning it off in my cleaner here in a little you know jar, and just using these Scotch shop towels as wipes, and I just cut them into squares and wipe. There we go. All right, so now that I have some white gel polish, I am going to go ahead and fill this all in. I'm gonna make another Frenchie. If you haven't discovered what the theme of today's video is, yeah, let me help you. We're doing Frenchies today, people. We are doing Frenchies because, believe it or not, it is the one thing that it seems like such a simple design, but it actually can be very, very difficult to execute. So yeah, you got to practice these like a lot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, clients have no lack of asking for these, and sometimes, like when you're in a salon setting, if you have to move fast like I have to, sometimes I have dreaded it because people just think, oh, I'm not gonna get a polish, I'm gonna just go ahead and get a French. And okay, mine is slightly off there, but we'll fix that. And they'll be like, oh, I'm just get a French. And I'm not gonna even lie to you, I literally would talk them into showing them some other beautiful color that I think would look better, because I'm like, I do not want to spend all day painting these on there because I'm not the fastest. And I'm not trying to be. Like, my thing is I'm trying to make sure that I get it done right. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna fill this in, and I'll be right back. All right, people, we are back with our white painted in. As you see, our Frenchie is pretty deep on this one. White takes me a little bit of extra time because it can shadow like nobody's business, and you really have to keep painting on there. And then I'm gonna tell you a trick with white too. You have to let it sit a little bit so that the paint streaks can kind of settle out, because if you don't, you're gonna cure it and you're gonna see all the waves in the polish. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cure this bad boy. Of course I want to get it on me, wouldn't I? All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and cure that. I should have been wearing gloves because you really shouldn't be getting this on your skin, but I'm gonna wipe it off. Probably, hopefully it'll come off soon, especially since I'm curing it on my hand. Okay, all right. Okay, people, so We have went through a couple of different Frenchies here today to kind of give you an idea of what you can do in order to use whatever beautiful polishes, paints, and everything else that you have in your collection to come up with something beautiful and different, and how you can take a spin and a take on a Frenchie and let it be something different. So if you have not subscribed to me, if you are one of my beautiful subscribers that have subscribed to me, and you coming back to watch this long video, I appreciate you so much. I really do. I love you so very much. You'll get the heart. Yes, you do. And if you're new, thank you for coming to the channel. Appreciate you coming on, stopping on by. I really hope that you go ahead and that you subscribe and see us here in our beautiful little slice of the YouTube universe. So alrighty, so there we go. We have different Frenchies, and pretty much the idea behind this is to use what you have to create whatever it is you want. And so I have, one again, thanks to people at Nail Addict for sending me these beautiful polishes. They do go on very well. They are 9 free, if I'm not mistaken. They are also vegan and cruelty free. So, it is also, and it's, trying to be nice to our little animal friends and pets and babies. But anywho, nevertheless, people, you know what it is that I'm about to say, and you see it right here. Life is too short to have boring nails, so don't.